Sasagot ng Supreme Court itong si Senate President Tito Soto patungkol nga doon sa naging itong possible na kasong indirect contempt matapos kumontra nga sa desisyon sa impeachment ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Ano ho ba itong indirect contempt para lang ma-educate lang po natin attorney ang ating mga kababayan at paano po ba ang magiging implikasyon po niyan kung sakali man na talagang tutuluyan?
Ang indirect contempt ay isang situation that is hindi naman crime o crime for that matter na directed against the judiciary. Kasi if you make some remarks in front of the judiciary that could undermine the trust and confidence of the people to the judiciary, you will be cited for direct contempt. Pero if you are doing it outside of the court, that is indirect contempt. Kasi what we trying to avoid is the erosion of trust and confidence of the people in our justice system. We prevent the possibility that the people will take the law into their own hands. The only thing that can preserve the rule of law in our country is to have a judiciary that enjoys the trust and confidence of the people. Now, if the statements are coming from very high official in the government like Senate President Tito Soto, who openly criticized the Supreme Court for voiding the articles of impeachment against PP Sara. That is really serious because people would be influenced by the person who is occupying the third highest position in the country. So that should not be just swept under the rug, because it strikes the very core of the independence and the integrity, credibility of our justice system headed by the Supreme Court. So it's very improper for the Senate President to have done that to have said those statements na parang urging the people to doubt the wisdom and the decision of the Supreme Court. Ang impact dyan as if don't believe in the Supreme Court, and that should not be tolerated. If ordinary people can be reprimanded, can be sanctioned by the Supreme Court, by the courts, for that matter, RTC, Court of Appeals, or first level courts, how much more for the high official of the country making statements that could undermine the integrity of the judiciary headed by the Supreme Court. That is the essence of indirect contempt.
Opo. At kung maalala po natin, para rin sa kaalaman ng ating mga kababayan, ay hindi po nag-atubiling punahin ni Soto, mga kababayan, yung naging desisyon ng Korte Suprema na ibasura yung motion for reconsideration ng Kamara nga, kaugnay nga doon sa desisyong nagdeklara na unconstitutional yung articles of impeachment laban kay VP Sara. Kung matatandaan po ninyo, nung komendo po ng Senate President, sabi po niya, a sad day for constitutional law, o isang malungkot na araw para sa batas konstitusyonal at maging itong may judicial overreach daw at judicial legislation. Yan po yung kanyang naging akusasyon, which is naging basis po ng Korte Suprema, attorney, kung bakit siya pinasasagot. Hindi ho ba saklaw doon sa definisyon ng indirect contempt yung public criticism ng isang opisyal ng gobyerno laban sa Korte Suprema?
Saklaw yan. Saklaw. Everybody in our country is under the jurisdiction of the judiciary headed by the Supreme Court. Kasi everyone, especially, as I said, especially the high officials of the government should be the model to respect the decision of our court. Because if nobody would believe, as I said, the decision of our court, then the people would find other ways of resolving their grievances. And that would be the destruction of our judicial system, our rule of law. So we might resort to the rule of the might. Hindi naman pwede yan kasi magkagulo na tayo. So it behoves upon responsible persons to be the leader, to be the model of encouraging the people to respect the decision of our court, especially the Supreme Court.
Opo. Welcome development ho ba ito para sa mga petitioner, attorney, na umaksyon itong Supreme Court laban sa pahayag ng Senate President? Although hindi pa ito desisyon, pero at least may part of due process ito na pinasasagot, pinakokomento nga itong Senate President.
Actually, Jade, the Supreme Court is defending itself. It is part of its self-preservation. Nagkataon lang na mayroong mga petitioners na who went to the Supreme Court. Actually, what they did is to protect the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has to protect itself, has to preserve itself by making it appear na nobody can just criticize its action which tend to court disrespect, ridicule, degrade yung action ng Supreme Court. Kasi, as I said, it would result in people's losing of trust and confidence of our judicial system. So, hindi yan maganda sa bansa. Ang nangyari dito is the Supreme Court is protecting itself, preserving its existence.
Opo. Maaari ho bang depensahan ni ni Senate President Tito Soto ang kanyang sarili? Gagamitin po niya yung doktrina ng parang fair comment doon sa dito sa kaso ito, attorney?
Well, in a defense for that matter, he can avail of. Kasi ayaw ko naman pangunahan. I'm not his lawyer. Pero siguro, yan ang mga depensa diyan. Fair comment, freedom of expression. So, yan naman ang titingnan kung nag-overreach din siya. Baka another jurisprudence yan hanggang saan ba yung fair comment na gagawin ng isang high public official of the government where people look up to. So, magandang opportunity ito how the Supreme Court balance these conflicting rights kasi as you said, he might invoke these defenses. Hindi naman pwede pangunahan yan kasi diskarte niya yan, pero it could be one of his defenses.
Kung sakali man na mapatunayang may itong contempt laban po sa kanya, ano ho yung possible na parusa, attorney? Gaano ba ito kabigat para sa isang incumbent Senate President?
Well, depende yan. Hindi natin pwede pangunahan ang Supreme Court kung paano yung sanction na kanilang ipalabas. Kasi ang sanction dyan, pwede imprisonment, extreme yan. That is the most extreme sanction. Merong warning, reprimand. Yan, depende yan kung ano yung kanilang ipalabas na decision. But at the end of the day, I think they will make a decision that would preserve their existence and their relevance, so to speak, as an institution.
Opo. Bago ko ipasa kay partner Admar, attorney, meron na ho bang nakulong before dahil sa isang opisyal lang na gobyerno dahil sa kanyang pagtutuligsa, pagkukwestiyon sa mga naging desisyon ng Supreme Court, attorney, o natanggal man sa pwesto? May mga ganun ho ba?
Ang naalala ko lang, ang daming mga abogado na disbarred to have done so. Pero may mga high public officials na yung penalty ay parang warning, reprimand, so ganun na level. I think isang malaking kaso niya noon, yung panahon kay former prosecutor na naging Secretary of Justice yan, si Raul Gonzales, na he made some revelations that parang exposed corruption in the Supreme Court. Merong kaso diyan na he was, I think, reprimanded na siguro. Hindi ko na maalala yun. Basta merong ginawa ang Supreme Court na strongly worded decision in the matter of Raul Gonzales. I have to review it kasi part yan ng case law namin. So, in effect, the Supreme Court was making a statement na nobody can just make comments that would tend to degrade or diminish people's trust in our judicial system.